Okay, so I am going to show you how I heat press the shirt. So as you can see, I have my design set up on my design space on my computer. So what I have right here is a Beetlejuice shirt. I'm going to be putting him on one of my pajama shirts because why not? I need to play around and have some fun, so I figured might as well. So what I have here is I have my colors picked out of my heat transfer vinyl. I have black for Beetlejuice and one of the words. And then I have a green and a purple that I felt were very Beetlejuice friendly. And then I have my little sheet to help so I do not burn the vinyl. So as you can see, I have put together the image. I picked out the colors that I wanted just by coming up here. I click on the word Beetlejuice, and if you look right here, you can see that I can change the color. Right now it is set for purple. This one is green, and then we have black for Beetlejuice and the last word. So I haven't decided which order I want to put the words in on the shirt. I think I'm going to go black and then purple and green. But here it is. So now the next thing I want to do is, there's two ways you can do this. I'm going to show you both ways. So you want to mirror the image because you want to make it backwards. Because when you are using heat transfer vinyl, the shiny side goes down on the matte. So it cuts on the matte side. So the matte side is actually the side that becomes adhesive when you warm it up. So when you go ahead and you cut it, you weed it, and then you put it face down on the shirt like this when you heat transfer it. So as you pull it up, this will be the sticky part, and this will actually be the front. But this right here actually has the protective backing. So this has the clear part for the back of the vinyl. So whenever you do it, you always want to put it face down. So all these shiny sides are going to be face up when I put them on the shirt, but to adhere it to the shirt, it has to go this way. So that way that this side is sticky, this side shows. So these are the colors that I picked, so they will all be face down. So the not shiny side. So that's step one. So what you want to do is mirror the image so it's backwards, so when you go to heat press it, it heat presses correctly, because it cuts here, and if I do it forward, say the word spells this way, then when I go to do it, it's going to be backwards. Okay? So the first way, one of the ways to do it is you click on the image. I'm going to scoot you in, bear with me. So I'm going to actually remove you from my ring light. So I'm here, so you click on the image, and then you see where it says flip. You're going to click on flip, and then you're going to click flip horizontal. Now he is backwards. Okay? Same with the other words. So I'm going to click flip, flip horizontal, flip, flip horizontal, flip, flip horizontal. So now it's all backwards. So when I click make it, if you look, he shows up backwards. The other way you can do it is right here, it says mirror. So if you forget to do it on the front screen, click mirror and it flips another way. So that way you can kind of see. So see how it's backwards? I'm going to select the mirror option and boom. Okay, so there are two ways to do it in case you forget. Now I'm going to rotate this like so because it will be pressed differently, and I want to go ahead and keep it 12 by 10. Alright, so sorry, put you back in my ring light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, and as you can see, like I said, my image is mirrored and everything. So I'm going to start with this one. So it tells you the measurements here. So I have a 9 by 10 because he's a little about 10 down and 9 over. So over here, I have two mats. I personally prefer using the light grip. I know a lot of people say use standard grip for the vinyl, but I like light grip. So black is my first color, so I want to make sure that this is at least 10 down, which these are 12 by 10 sheets. So, and then I need it to be 9 over. So to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, I will probably do it this way. So it's 12 down and it's 10 over since I need it 9 by 10. So that way I have an extra inch on each side. So, again, face down, shiny side down. So I'm going to line it up as nicely as I can. I'm going to grab my my squeegee tool, and I am just going to go ahead and get rid of any and all bubbles that may show up. Okay, so now again, it is matte side up, so it is not as shiny. Then on my computer, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click continue. Now it's going to go ahead and connect to my maker because I have it Bluetooth set up. It's going to ask me what I want, so I'm going to select vinyl. I always leave it on default pressure. Obviously, it depends on your maker. Sorry about that. So I'm going to come over here. Okay. Now let's get you lined up so you can see. Okay, so here's mine. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put it in, hit the button, and I'm gonna start it. Now while it's cutting, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prepare the next one. Since they're both the same, blue and purple, it's just the word, it doesn't matter which one I do next, but usually you will go ahead and look at which one you're doing next. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the green, because I have a lot of mattes, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave that go. I'm just gonna line up the green one. So now my letters are 8 long, so this is at least 10 long. And again, you want to make sure it is shiny side down. Squeegee out any bubbles. Alright, so now we have green ready. So whenever black finishes, we'll do green, and then we'll do purple last. So while that's cutting, we'll come back over to the computer. We'll kind of just look. Because I kind of try to make sure that I'm not forgetting something, so I was just looking at where it says Beetlejuice, and as you can see, it starts at the top and it goes down to a little below 8. So as long as I have that little bit of room, which I did give myself the room, because it goes all the way almost to 10, then I'm good. So this one's all done, so I'm going to eject it. I'm going to just set it over here, and then I'm going to grab the next one, my green one. You want to make sure you put it under both little lips, and I'm going to put it in. And then I'm going to start that. I'm going to come over here, put you back on my ring light, and then we're going to walk over here. Alright, so one of the tricks I've learned is when you're peeling this, don't just pull it like that, because then it stretches and ruins the vinyl. So what you want to do is you want to put it face down. So this is the back, this is where the vinyl is, and then you're going to hold the vinyl down and peel your mat away. Like so. Okay? Now I'm going to put purple down, so that way purple's ready. Again, same measurements on this one. So we have purple ready. Now, you can kind of see it on the black when you catch it in the certain lighting. The lines. See, there's where it says the Beetlejuice. You can see it? And so when I put it down, it'll be like that. See why I printed backwards now? Okay. Now green is done. Can't really see it on here, but it is there. And now we're going to do the last one, purple. Again, put it in. While it's doing that, I try to peel. Set that over there. Press the start button. While that's going, I kind of try to keep it nice. Protect my mats. Okay, so now since I only have the word Beetlejuice, I just need to go through and I need to cut it out. Because I don't want to waste all of this vinyl for just the word Beetlejuice. So here's my Beetlejuice. Now this I save, obviously, because I can use it later. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out the word Beetlejuice. Try to cut around and save as much vinyl as you can, because we like vinyl. Alright, purple is now done. Alright, so again, upside down, pull the mat away from the vinyl. Ta-ta-ta. And again, protective mats. And again, cut out the word. Okay. Now I'm going to put this stuff away real quick. All right. So now that that's done, I'm done with my computer. I can hit done and close out Cricut and not worry about it and even close up my Cricut because I don't need it anymore. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to hit done, close it, and I'm just going to leave that there because my small child's obsessed. Then I'm going to turn off my Cricut. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to do is I need to go through and I need to actually weed my design. All right, so now I have these and I have my little kit. Some people prefer the pens and other stuff like that, but I like the dental tool personally. So let me go ahead and see if I can get you more in here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay. So I just start with one. I kind of try to just start with a corner. So I get the corner pulled up. And then I slowly peel it. Which is not too bad because you can buy it. So this vinyl that I'm using is HTV Ront brand. And I personally love it. So you just slowly weed. Okay. So there's the front. So this side will go down on the shirt like this. And then you heat it up on this side because this is the adhesive side. So So now that that one's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the rest, and then I will resume this video. Beetlejuice time. Quick update. I have Beetlejuice done, and I have 2 out of 3 of his names done. So I just gotta do one last one, and then we will be going ahead and continuing. Alright, so we're all done. So now what I want to do is I want to kind of really trim this up, because I want to try and do it in one sitting instead of multiple presses. So this is sticky, just in case you're wondering why I'm fighting with it a little bit. So the letters aren't sticky, but this is, which is what makes it stick, because so because if I can get this done in one press over more than one, it's better for the vinyl. No! Don't do like I'm doing and be clumsy. So I'm just gonna get these trimmed up real quick. Okay. So I personally am not as big of a fan of heat transfer vinyl. I find it more difficult to deal with. Like with the permanent vinyl, I know what to expect, but this I've felt to be a bigger pain in the butt, personally. Okay. Right. So I'm going to go throw my pile of mess away, and then I will be right back. So I have access to a couple different heat presses. We have the little mini press, the little tiny one that looks like an iron from Cricut. We have the larger one, and then we have like a big one that we have to set up, but we haven't set it up in the garage. So for today, I'm going to use this big guy. Okay, so I have my protective mat so I don't damage anything below, you know, the table, below my project. Ignore any background noise. I got computer jacked by my small child. So this is a shirt I'm going to do it. This shirt is just 100% cotton. It's just a Fruit of the Loom men's shirt. It's a large. I just bought it because it's comfortable, and who doesn't like comfortable pajamas? So I'm going to lay it down nice and flat. Try and make sure it's as centered as possible to make my life a little easier. Right. So you can see. Alright, so go ahead and plug this bad boy in. So, I'm going to turn it on. So I'm going to set it for 320 at 30 seconds. So that way I know it's nice and toasty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to line up my picture where I would like it. So you typically want to go about an inch below the collar for the startup. Another tip I've heard is not if you use fabric softener on a shirt, the design will not stick. So avoid fabric softener when applying vinyl to a shirt. I'm not sure about infusible ink, but I would assume the same thing. And also those shirts are polyester. So, right, so here is what it will look like. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Like I said, roughly about an inch below the collar. And then now there's a couple different things you can do now. Is some people like to go ahead and use this over it to protect the vinyl. So I have never actually used it, but I'm not really worried about it. But when I bought my HTV rod, this came in. So, like I said, it's a pajama shirt, so if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. That's okay with me because I wear it mainly to be comfortable and sleeping. So my heat press is already up to 190 degrees, so we're almost there. And since the plastic is sticky, they stick to the fabric, so it won't slide very easily on me. See? Some people do use heat transfer tape, which there is heat transfer tape for people who need it. But since this is sticky and it won't move, I don't have to worry about it sliding or damaging the image when I go ahead and go to do it. So we're at 240. So we're getting there because we want to get to 320. So I'm going to wait for that to finish heating up and then we'll come back. Alright, so we're at the 320 that I wanted it at. So this will actually light up green and you can see 30 seconds. Yeah. A train. Okay. So now I'm just going to pick this heavy guy up. And then I'm going to go ahead and put him right here, apply some pressure, hit the cricket button, which goes ahead and starts the timer. So that way I don't have to sit here and count. So I'm just going to apply some medium pressure. I'm not really pushing hard, but I am applying just a hair. So that way that, I know it gets nice and toasty and it does have the right pressure. So there's my timer indicator that I'm done. So I'm going to lay that over those so I don't damage them. And then I'm going to press here and start my timer over again. Now, certain heat transfer vinyls are cold peel, which means you have to wait for it to cool down to peel it, or hot peel. I personally have found the hot peel to be easier to peel off, but this brand is a cold peel. So when this is done, we will have to wait a few seconds to go ahead and let it cool down. Which I will turn it off because this is the shirt I'm doing right now. I will set it on there. Okay. And leave it sit for a second. I can move this.
Oh.
And you just want to give it a few seconds, I also usually lint roll my t-shirts before I do this to make sure that they don't have any cat hair or dirt or debris or anything on them. That one's this time. Okay, I'm going to give that a few more seconds. Heat press. Because it's still pretty warm. Like I said, just take your time. You're in no rush. Alright. Now the shirt is done. And that's it. I can wash it like normal. So let me put this heat press away real quick before someone accidentally hits themselves. But now, you can see, like I said, when you're wearing it, Sorry, I'm being chased by a small person. So it's nice, It's not too low, it's not too high, because it'll fit right about here. So there we go. And now you've done a heat transfer on a shirt. Congratulations.